My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Night and Day. And this review will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But I have a soft spot for this movie for a very weird reason, and it's because the trailer had the song Uprising by Muse, and that was the first time I heard the band Muse. They also had a song in the Tourist trailer and in Crazy Stupid Love trailer. So between these three movie trailers, I was introduced to a band I really like. Not one of my favorites, but still a good solid band. But the movie is not good. But let's begin talking about the cast. And Tom Cruise is the best part of this movie. He does everything he needs to incredibly well, and he just has that screen presence to carry a movie like this. And Cameron Diaz is also very good. Their romance is well done, and you actually buy into it. And just being honest, without these two lead performances, this movie would be unwatchable. Viola Davis really has nothing to do, so she doesn't stand out. Paul Dano doesn't really have anything to do, so he doesn't stand out. Peter Sarsgaard has nothing to do, so he doesn't really stand out. So the supporting cast does feel wasted. And the story is just a generic, convoluted mess. And it feels very lazy. There's a gag in this movie where someone is drugged and they're in a difficult situation, and then they keep blacking out and regaining consciousness, and each time they regain consciousness, they're somewhere else entirely. And for the first time, you're like, oh, okay, that's amusing. But then they do it a couple more times, and it just felt lazy. And speaking of the humor, I do not think this movie is funny. There's the one line, if you follow me, I'll kill myself, then her. Or the scene where he falls off the vehicle onto another vehicle and it goes up a ramp and Cameron Diaz sees Tom Cruise on that vehicle. But every other joke in this movie just fell flat. And the action is serviceable, but it also relies on just some terrible CGI, and there's not a great action moment. And I know it's not fair to do this, but if you want to watch a better motorcycle chase with Tom Cruise, watch Mission Impossible 5. If you want to watch a better action scene of Tom Cruise on a train, watch Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. We've seen Tom Cruise do action scenes like the ones present in this movie, but he's done it better in other movies. I also can't believe I'm saying this, but the music by John Powell just isn't good. It doesn't match this movie whatsoever. And look, I hate to sound like this kind of person, but I'm going to. The fact that Tom Cruise drugs Cameron Diaz and he undresses her, it's just uncomfortable. It doesn't work for me because it's actually really creepy. The movie is just below 2 hours, but it feels like it's 2.5 hours long. This movie is terribly paced, and it's just a poorly directed movie by James Mangold. I was actually looking at the budget, and it's $117 million. Where did that money go? Because it is not on screen. And my last issue is that this movie came out in 2010, and it's the same year as the Steve Carell movie Date Night, same year as The Tourist, and it just felt like it came out in a period where this kind of movie was prominent, and it just doesn't really stand out. Also, this movie and Date Night both have Gal Gadot in very small roles, which is just a funny coincidence. But anyways, the two leads do their absolute best, but this movie is still just a mess. The action isn't good, the comedy isn't good, the story isn't good, the pacing isn't good. It's not a movie I'd watch again, so I'm giving Night and Day a 4 out of 10. Okay, have you seen Night and Day? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.